Hey guys, Bolt here, and welcome to the first part of Creature of Kapu Cave. I think this is Mystery 15, if I got this correctly. Let me go ahead and double check myself. Anyways, we'll be doing only about 20 minutes since it's the very first part of this. Let's see, go ahead, go big. Yeah, last one was Mystery 14. We also have, for this week, let's see. I know Friday we're going to be talking about Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime, because that's a big release that I probably won't get to on the main channel until, like, March. Actually, it may be until April, because it doesn't look good right now. We'll see. I'm trying to see where I can fit it in right now. So, Chapter 4 on Friday. I think Wednesday I wanted to talk about the most recent, like, YouTube stuff, in terms of what everyone's doing. Before we start, I am eating fish right now. So if you hear stuff, that's what it is. But anyways, let's get into this. Oh. Hold on. I forgot about stuff that's going to get in the way of the recording. On seeing it anyways.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell a lot about a person by where he or she lives, I thought I'd introduce myself by showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat. Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
So this is coming off of what they did. This is probably the same animation they have from Mystery 14. Mystery 14 opened with this, which I think is an amazing start to introduce people. So what's new?
As always, your mission is to solve the mystery by stepping into my shoes and deciding my every move. But in this game, the Creature of Kapu Cave, you'll be going to the big island of Hawaii, so things will be a little different. For instance, to get from place to place, you'll use a GPS map. The coordinates for 2 locations have been pre-programmed into the map. But to get to other locations, you'll have to find and enter their coordinates into the map yourself. In this game, you can use your cell phone to call Ned Nickerson. He's a really good friend of mine. And you can call the Hardy Boys. In fact, by calling the Hardy Boys, you can actually become one of the Hardy Boys. And by calling me, you can become me. You'll discover that using the phone to switch back and forth like that will come in very handy in this game.
What? I'm sorry? So not only are we able to move around again for this one, which I think only happened for a handful of them, but we're also getting Ned back. So sadly, I don't think we're going to get George and Bess, which are my favorite of the two. I love how she's like, he's a good friend of mine. But instead of just calling the Hardy Boys, now we get to become the Hardy Boys. This is already looking to be one of the better
When you're
ones.
in the center of a room, you can turn around in a circle to see the whole room. Just move your cursor to the left or right edge of the screen and you'll automatically move in that direction. By the way, you can turn off this auto move feature in the game setup menu. An arrow pointing forward allows you to go forward, while a back arrow allows you to step back. Sometimes up and down arrows are available too. Give it a try. Find the forward arrow and check out Mr. Woogle Woggle. He's my teddy bear. When you want to turn around, move your cursor to the bottom of the screen until it turns into an arrow that looks like a U-turn or a back arrow, and click.
Okay. Inventory, cell phone. We're gonna get camera again. A notepad, which is right here. Talking to people, money. Oh, we got money again?
In this game, you'll have a chance to spend and earn special money called Big Island Bucks. The change purse at the bottom of the screen will tell you how many bucks you have at any given point in the game. When you spend your Big Island Bucks on something, the appropriate amount will automatically be deducted from your change purse. When you earn Big Island Bucks, they will be added to your change purse.
So I think this is the third game with that mechanic. Because Danger by Design had it for Euros, and then we had, I think, USD for, oh, what is it called? We were driving around in it. I'm trying to remember what it is. Anyways, we helped, like, a friend trying to deal some stuff. We got an alarm clock, miscellaneous.
Before you can start playing,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to decide whether to play as a junior or senior detective. If you choose junior detective, you'll get more hints than you will if you're a senior detective, and the puzzles will be a little easier. When you're ready to start playing, just click on the plane tickets and say aloha. The menu screen is your starting point for the game. To access the menu while you're playing the game, just click on the menu icon on the lower left side of the screen. When you open the menu, you'll have several choices. Click on New Game to begin your adventure. Click on Load and Save Game to save your current game or to load a game that you have previously saved. When you click on this option, you may save your current game by typing in a name. For instance, Game 1. Then clicking on Save. You can save up to 35 games. Or you may load a saved game by clicking on the name of the game to highlight it, then clicking on Load. A word to the wise. Periodically save your game, just in case. Click on Continue Game to resume your game. For example, if you saved your game or interrupted gameplay to access the game setup screen, click on Continue Game to start your current game where it left off. When you make a game-ending mistake during the game, and don't worry, everyone does, you will automatically go back to the menu screen. Click on Second Chance, and you'll return to the game, where you'll be able to try again. Click on Game Setup to make the volume of voices, music, or special effects more to your liking. You can also turn off closed captioning, the words that appear during the game in the window at the bottom of the screen, and Auto Move, the arrow that appears at the side of some screens that allows you to automatically move in that direction. Also, by clicking on Interface Designs, you'll be able to choose how you want the game window to look. You can change the UI skin as often as you like by returning to this option in Game Setup. Click on Game Credits to see the names of all the talented people who helped make this game. Click on Help for tips that will help you play the game. To turn off the game and return to the desktop of your computer, click on Exit Game. If you haven't saved your game, you'll be asked if you want to do so.
Alright. And then looking at this real quick, Dossier. Secrets Can Kill. Stay tuned for danger. We still want to play this one. I'm not trying to read too much into that since I didn't finish that one. Message in a Haunted Mansion. This was the first one I ever played as a kid. This one I liked, but it got annoying at some points with the amount of talking I had to do. The final scene, this one was probably the most thrilling one because you're racing against the clock in 3 days. Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I liked the culture aspect of it, but I didn't like the characters of it. Ghost of... Oh, this one was cool. But, you know, this was more of a mid-game. The Haunted Carousel. I think this is one of my favorites, just because of the carnival aesthetic. Danger of Deception Island. While this one was cool with the characters, I personally didn't care for it much. I didn't, it was like a meh at best. This one was my favorite just because I like the Outback kind of feeling of it, or like the Western. I like the idea of like rattlesnakes and horses and ghost towns and ranches. The worst of them all. This one I hated the most because the amount of reading I had to do to understand certain puzzles. Secret of the old clock. Let's see. Living in the 1930s wasn't exactly a piece of cake, nor was it investigating the mysteries occurring. This is the one I was talking about. This is the very first one to introduce the money mechanic. You know. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. This is when we first saw the Hardy Boys. I didn't care too much for this one. While it was cool, it felt very streamlined. This and then last one we just finished up playing last week. I was all right with it. Of course, I love Paris, France, and I want to go eventually in my lifetime, but it wasn't. It was kind of a task run rather than anything else. But anyways, moving on to this one. Hawaii. Another, somehow like the parents or her knows everyone from every state. Oh. Oh, so she's going for like a work. So she gets to travel here for work. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go with Junior this time because I really want to do a checklist. The checklist is really helpful in this one. Well, in these games, I really need the checklist, man. Ooh, we got more movement finally. Well, I know what we're trying to find. Or unless we get handed it.
Just off the bus, huh? If you're looking for a real deal Hawaiian vacation, you got off at the right spot.
Actually, I'm looking for somebody named Big Island Mike.
That's me. You by yourself?
Not really. My name's Nancy Drew.
Well, just in case whoever told you about this place didn't give you the lowdown, here it is. You sign up with Big Island Mike, you'll live like a real Hawaiian. Work like they work, play like they play. No tourist stuff. From me, you get authentic.
Well, that sounds good, but...
See, I'm like a tailor. Only I don't make clothes, I make vacations. Real, honest-to-goodness Hawaiian vacations. Custom-made to fit just you and you alone. You like the beach? I'll get you to the beach, but I'll also keep you busy. Busy doing things real Hawaiians have done for 1,000 years. And you'll have a good time doing it, I'll make sure. In fact, I've got a couple of guys staying here about your age. They're from the mainland, too. I got those boys surfing, shelling, fishing, snorkeling, everything. You sign up, you'll do everything too. Maybe even at the same time as them, huh?
Sounds interesting, but I'm just here to pick up some car keys.
Oh, you're the Wahine who's gonna be working up there in the rainforest with Dr. Kim studying bugs. You're gonna have to pick them up and put them in jars and stuff.
Well, I hope so. I think bugs are really interesting.
Better to be working for Dr. Kim than up at the Healy Healy. That doctor there, he makes people mess with stuff way worse than bugs.
What's the Healy Healy?
The Healy Healy Research Center, everything up there's a big mystery. People who work at Healy Healy, they never stay long. And when they leave, they don't talk.
Be that as it may, I'm supposed to get a key from you?
Dr. Kim arranged for you to use one of my rigs. Got the key right here, but you know what? I'm not gonna give it to you.
You're not?
A Big Island Mike immersion excursion beats chasing bugs around the jungle any day. And to prove it, I'm not gonna give you the key until you go to the beach, collect some shells, and make a necklace for me. You can put the shells you find in here. Make me an aloha necklace. There's a picture of it over at the necklace-making table.
But I really think I should go meet Dr. Kim like I'm supposed to.
You make the necklace, I give you the key. Only you know what? You're not gonna want it anymore. You're gonna walk on the beach, look for shells, sit and string them. You're gonna get so relaxed, you're gonna come back in here and say, "You were right, Big Island Mike. Forget the bug doctor. Sign me up. You'll see."
Which I would love to do, but we're on here on parents stuff. So,
Try
what is
it
it?
and trade it. Must be part of the immersion excursion thing.
Is this it?
Big Island Mike told me to make an aloha necklace. Ah, here we go. So what shells do I need?
We need 6 white, 6 brown. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. So while Frank and Joe are dealing with this stuff, we'll be on the bug side of things.
I wish I had time to fish, but I don't.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Hello?
So, did you arrive okay?
Ned, hi! Oh, perfect timing. I just got here. In fact, I'm on the beach.
The bug doctor's on the beach?
No, I have to collect shells and make a necklace before I can get the keys she's left for me. It's a long story.
Well, I wish I could be there with you, believe me. It's done nothing but rain non-stop since I dropped you off at the airport. The sky's just this constant shade of gray. It'd be depressing even with you here. But with you not here, it's...
Oh my gosh! You're not gonna believe this, but Frank and Joe Hardy are here.
What? Are you sure?
Positive. Hey, listen, I'll call you later, okay?
But...
Bye.
Nancy? What are you doing here?
I just got here. I'm going to be helping this entomologist Dad heard about do field work for the next 2 weeks. What are you guys doing here?
We got here yesterday.
Believe it or not, we're on assignment.
Joe, keep it down.
Richard Akins, the CEO of Akins Biotech, he hired us to do kind of a background check on Pua Mapu and her father, Mike Mapu. She's an up-and-coming world-class surfer. He runs a local business called Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursions.
No kidding. I'm supposed to pick up a car at Big Island Mike's. What does this Akins guy need a background check for?
He's thinking about using Pua in the ad campaign for one of his products. He wants to make sure there aren't any skeletons in either of the Mapu's closets before he makes her an offer.
Since she teaches surfing for her dad, we signed up for one of his immersion excursions so we could get to know her and make sure she's as squeaky clean as she seems.
Akins figured someone who was closer to her own age could find out a lot more than some private investigator.
So you were basically hired to vacation in Hawaii and learn how to surf. Is that what you're saying?
Don't worry. As soon as the opportunity presents itself, we'll be doing some hardcore snooping, too.
Yeah, Akins wants us to make sure Mapu's business is also squeaky clean. But the guy never leaves his office, which so far has made rummaging through his paperwork impossible.
So you're doing field work for an entomologist?
Yep, just me and Dr. Kim and a couple thousand of her closest insect-type friends. Out there in the jungle.
Well, watch out for Kane Okala.
Aw, Joe.
Watch out for who?
Kane Okala. That's Hawaiian for rough-skinned man.
He's this legendary guy who got half burned up in a volcano a millennium or two ago, and now whenever something really bad happens on the island, people start saying they've seen him in the jungle. He doesn't like people messing with his island, see? So he goes on these rampages. Apparently, his temper is as nasty as his complexion.
And there have been a lot of sightings lately, probably because of the pineapples.
What's wrong with the pineapples?
The pineapples have been growing so poorly on this part of the island that people say there may not even be a local crop this year. But nobody can say why. Although I'm willing to bet this Kane Okala guy could.
Joe.
If he really existed, which of course he does not. Happy, Frank?
Well, I better get going. Good luck, you guys. I have my cell phone, so keep in touch.
You too. In fact, if there's anything you need out there,
Food, toiletries, monster repellent.
call us anytime, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you, Nance.
They look slightly different in this one. White.
I can't just keep walking down the beach. I need to collect shells so I can get those keys from Big Island Mike.
That's nice. I'm hopefully going to be looking at a vacation like this soon. Oh! We already have 6 of these. We're needing at least one more of those. Oh, well there's one. Another. Okay. Something's gonna show up there eventually. Huh.
A little surfer shack. Too bad it's closed. Whoever runs it is probably off surfing.
At least I get to move around a little bit during certain dialogues. I don't think I have the full amount though. Cause yeah, you need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm missing one. Well, there's a shell, that's cool. So we're gathering some.
There, beautiful. I'll just give this to Mr. Mapu and be on my way.
You finished the necklace.
If you could give the extra shells I collected to those two guys from the mainland, that'd be great. May I keep the necklace I made?
Sorry, my idea?
My necklace?
But the rig key is yours.
Thank you. Hey!
One more thing, Kane Okala.
That rough-skinned guy? What about him?
It's the people at Healy Healy. They're doing something that Kane Okala doesn't like. That's why he's back. The people that say he's just a legend, don't believe them.
I'll remember that, really.
Hope I don't regret this. The rig's out front. Got a GPS system and everything. The location of Dr. Kim's camp's already programmed in.
I heard that something weird seems to be going on with the pineapple crop this year. What have you heard about it?
It's the Healy Healy. Whatever they're doing up there, it's gonna end up ruining the pineapple fields. The newspapers know the truth. They're just too afraid of the Healy Healy lawyers to write the truth.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Mahalo.
Oh, okay. This is cool. Well, let me guess, I'm stuck here now?
State your business.
Actually, I'm trying to find Dr. Quigley Kim.
Sorry, there's no one here by that name. This is a private facility, so I have to ask you to please back your car up, turn around, and leave.
Stuck in a ditch. Great. Well, hopefully Dr. Kim will be able to help me get it out. Uh-oh. Sounds like I missed a call.
You have reached
Nancy Drew.
who is currently unavailable. At the tone, please leave a message.
Hi, Nance, it's Joe. Listen, Big Island Mike heard on the radio that the bridge on the road leading to that bug lady's camp just washed out. So I hope you get this message before you get to her place, because if you've already crossed the bridge, it sounds like you won't be able to get back into town for a couple of days. In any case, be careful, and again, if there's anything Frank or I can do, just holler. Take care.
So, on top of being stuck in a ditch, I'm stranded in the jungle. Well, at least I'm not alone. I mean, I won't be when I find Dr. Kim. Oh my gosh, this place is a mess. What happened? And where's Dr. Kim? A tape recorder. There's a tape in it. Looks like it needs to be rewound.
I'm Dr. Quigley Kim, and this is an oral record of my activities on the Big Island, beginning with today, March 11th. Hopefully, I'll remember to use this thing every day, but I much prefer writing things down. And frankly, I don't care much for hearing myself on tape. It makes me sound very nasal for some strange reason. Of course, this whole recording thing was my father's idea. I mean, just because he always kept an oral journal when he was in the field, he automatically assumed I'd want to too. So he practically forced me to... There I go again. Well, at least with this thing, when I start digressing, I can just push this button and... Already, I'm forgetting to use this thing. Okay, now it's March 15th. My camp's all set up and my equipment's all ready to go. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start rigging fast traps. I probably should have started doing that today, but I spent the whole morning observing a colony of feral bees. Man, I hope somebody answers the ad my mentor placed in that newsletter. If she could get me an assistant, I could spend the whole day observing whatever insect I want. Oh, would that be cool or what? March 19th. This has never happened to me before, ever. But when I was out checking traps in the jungle today, I got the weirdest feeling that I was being watched. I mean, it was broad daylight, and I didn't see anybody or hear anything, but I just suddenly got this creepy feeling that I wasn't alone. Then, after about 3 minutes, it went away. It was just weird. It's March 24th. For the past 2 days now, I've heard this very odd humming sound coming from way deep in the jungle. Okay, to be honest, it sounds more like whispering. 1 minute it's there, next minute it's gone. And I have no idea what's causing it. I don't even have a theory as to what's causing it. I hate it. It's March 28th. Great news. Actually, lots of great news. I just got done with my initial fast jar content analysis, and it looks like something really strange is going on with the Norsa beta odorata larvae around here. Once I run these numbers through my formula machine, which I'm retrieving from my trunk even as I speak, once I run these numbers, I'll know for sure. And I'm getting an assistant. Somebody named Nancy Drew has agreed to fly out here for a couple of weeks and work for me, which means I'm on the verge of fame, fortune, and free labor. Woohoo! Is life good or what?
Well.
The tape ran out. What was that? I sure hope Dr. Kim is okay.
It really sounds like this is gonna, that little like beep, bloop, bloop, blop is gonna come up eventually. But we're over time already. I'll see you guys in the next one. We got introductions to a few of the people. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.